We live in the age of opportunity and entrepreneurism, or so we thought until a year and a half ago. However, there are still opportunities. One of the best opportunities right now would be to go out and be one of those people who washes windshields and cars when they're stopped at the stoplights. Have you seen the length of the lines of people waiting to fuel up in fuel stations? Imagine how many windshields you could wash. It would be a very good business indeed. But then again, the people waiting there would perhaps be better off spending their money on windshield washing and car valeting because they don't have much chance of getting any fuel. Most fuel stations are closed. I actually personally made a journey yesterday and I was using electric power most of the time. However, thank goodness for that, because the lines of people were unbelievable. I don't think I even saw that in the fuel protest of 2001. However, here's the thing. Oil futures and oil spot contracts are rocketing in value because of the scarcity of this resource. And of course, oil is an unusual commodity in the fact that it's a consumable commodity. There are not many consumable commodities around. Diamond and gold, they are stores of value, whereas oil is a consumable, essential product. So it's unique in that respect, and when it's finite in resources and it's very hard to get hold of, it rockets in value. Now of course this particular problem is only an isolated problem. There are no shortages of fuel really, there's plenty of oil. You go to Russia and ask anybody who works for Gazprom whether there's lots of oil, and they will tell you absolutely there is. I personally spoke to a senior Gazprom employee recently who told me, oh, nothing to worry about, the supplies are as good as they always were. It's a logistical matter and a political problem. That's really all it is. Whilst the green agenda is being rammed down everybody's throat, we're being shown how difficult it is to rely on oil. However, the markets are reacting exactly as you would expect. Right now, oil is $75 a barrel. Now, a few months ago, we would have thought that was an outlandish prediction even to get to that level. We were all saying, look, $60 a barrel for oil. That's remarkable considering the negative equity it was in a year and a half ago. But then here we are at $75, and Goldman Sachs just this morning, just literally 1 hour before we sit here right now, have said that they can see it going up to $90 a barrel. Now, Goldman Sachs said, oh, it'll get to $80 a barrel a couple of months ago, and that seemed very, very high, but we're just short of $80 right now. So very soon, Goldman Sachs have been proved right all along. They're now saying that it will get to $90 a barrel very quickly. Now, it's perhaps believable because when you have a high demand product that we all rely on for energy purposes and for logistics and for getting our food to the supermarkets, and then from the supermarket to our table and for heating our homes and various other things, getting to work for example, that is something which when it constricts in supply, then it becomes a very valuable resource. Anyone who can remember the 1970s oil crisis can remember the 55 miles per hour speed limit to try and conserve oil. But this time there are no wars to cause an oil crisis. It's a different matter altogether. So I think the volatility in the oil market is really a byproduct of this, what you might call coercion.